The coffee sitting in your kitchen right now could be doing far more than helping you wake up. It could be helping you stay strong. It could be helping you keep your balance. It could be helping you protect your independence. And it could be one of the simplest daily habits that supports your muscles as you get older. Not with a complicated plan, not with expensive powders that promise miracles, just with a smarter way to use something you already drink. Let me introduce myself in a simple way. I am a doctor who has spent years working with older adults. I have listened to the same worries again and again. People tell me they feel weaker than they used to. They get tired faster, their legs feel heavy, their hands feel less steady. They begin to avoid stairs, long walks, and even simple errands. Many of them feel embarrassed to talk about it, but I hear it every week. One patient I will never forget is Margaret. She was 68 years old when she first sat in my office. She looked neat and well cared for, but her face carried a tired kind of frustration. She told me she used to be the person who did everything. She carried groceries without thinking. She cleaned her home in one afternoon. She gardened for hours. Now she had to stop and rest just to put away laundry. She felt like her body was slowly turning down the volume on life. Margaret described her mornings as the hardest. She woke up already feeling drained. Her legs felt unsteady when she first stood up. She said her arms felt weak when she reached for heavier pans. Even opening stubborn jars became a battle. When she walked, she felt slower than she wanted to be, like her body could not quite keep up with her mind. She was not lazy. She was not giving up. She just felt as if strength was slipping away. She did what many people do. She tried to fix it with the things that advertisements and well-meaning friends suggested. She bought supplements with bold labels. She tried diets that promised energy. She signed up for exercise programs that looked simple on paper. She pushed herself for a while, then crashed. Her muscles would ache for days. Her motivation would fade. Each time she tried again, she felt the same disappointment. It was not that she did nothing, it was that nothing seemed to truly change. After a while, Margaret started to believe something painful. She began to accept that weakness was just part of aging. She said, "Maybe this is what happens at my age. Maybe I should stop fighting it." That sentence always hits hard because it is not just about muscles, it is about hope. When someone starts to expect decline, they often stop doing the things that keep them alive inside. They travel less, they socialize less, they move less, and then weakness grows faster. In her case, the turning point did not come from a fancy test. It came from a simple conversation. I asked her about her normal day. I asked what she ate. I asked what she drank. I asked what her mornings looked like. When I asked about her routine, she said something very casually. She told me she drank coffee every morning, sometimes 2 cups, sometimes more. It was her comfort. It was her habit. It was her little moment before the day started. That is when I leaned in and said, "Margaret, what if we use the coffee you already love as a tool?" She looked at me like I was joking. I told her I was serious. Coffee can be more than a warm drink. It can be the base for a muscle-supporting routine. You can take that daily cup and turn it into something that feeds your strength. Not with one magic ingredient, but with a simple formula that supports muscle, joints, blood sugar, and energy. This idea is not about tricking your body, it is about giving it the right building blocks. As we age, our muscles do not respond the same way they did at 40. They need a clearer signal, they need more support. They need protein and certain nutrients more consistently. A cup of coffee can become the easiest way to deliver those supports because it is already part of your life. You do not have to remember a new schedule, you just upgrade what you already do. Margaret agreed to try it for 3 months, not forever, not a lifetime promise, just 3 months. She started using her coffee as the base. She added a few key ingredients. She blended it so it was smooth and easy to drink. She also added gentle movement, not punishing workouts. She walked short distances and slowly increased them. In the first couple of weeks, she told me she felt steadier in the morning, not like a teenager, but more stable. By the end of 3 months, her results were real. She walked daily without dreading it. She went back to gardening, not for 10 minutes, but for long enough to feel proud again. She said she could rise from a chair with less effort. She played with her grandchildren without constantly looking for a place to sit down. Her stamina improved. Her mood improved. And the biggest change was not just physical, it was emotional. She started talking about plans again. That is what strength gives you. It gives you your life back. To understand why this matters, you need to know the name of the problem many older adults face. It is called sarcopenia. That word sounds complicated, but the idea is simple. It means age-related muscle loss. It can begin earlier than most people realize. Many experts say it can start as early as your 30s, slowly and quietly. The loss is gradual, so you might not notice until years later. Then one day you realize stairs feel harder, balance feels shakier, and daily tasks feel heavier. When muscles shrink, many things change. Your risk of falling goes up because muscles help you catch yourself and stay stable. Your metabolism slows because muscle helps burn energy even at rest. Blood sugar control can get worse because muscles help use glucose properly. Bones can become weaker because strong muscles protect and support the skeleton. Even the immune system can struggle because overall strength and nutrition affect resilience. Muscle is not just for looks, it is a protective organ for the whole body. Here is the encouraging part. Muscle loss is not an unavoidable downhill slide. Yes, aging changes the body, but the body also responds to support. It responds to protein. It responds to movement. It responds to reduced inflammation. It responds to better blood sugar balance. And it responds even later in life. I have seen people in their 70s and 80s improve strength. The goal is not perfection. The goal is progress. A little more strength means a lot more freedom. That brings us back to coffee. The solution I gave Margaret was simple. 8 additions you can use to support muscle strength and overall health. You do not need to use all 8 on day 1. You start with the core, then build. The idea is not to make coffee complicated. The idea is to make it powerful. This is a daily habit you can enjoy, not a chore, and it can be adjusted to your taste and your stomach. Let us start with the 8th addition, cinnamon. Cinnamon is small, but it can play a helpful role, especially for blood sugar. Many older adults notice that their blood sugar becomes harder to control over time. When blood sugar swings, energy swings too. Cinnamon is often discussed for its ability to support better blood sugar balance and improve insulin sensitivity. It also has compounds that can calm inflammation in the body. Inflammation can make muscles feel more sore and less responsive. When you add cinnamon to coffee, you also get a flavor that many people already love. It makes the drink feel warmer and more comforting. You do not need a lot, just enough to lightly change the taste. If you take medications or you have liver concerns, you should be cautious with very large amounts of cinnamon over time, but a small daily sprinkle is often easy to tolerate for many people. The goal is gentle support, not extremes. The 7th addition is cocoa powder, and I mean unsweetened cocoa, not sugary hot chocolate mix. Cocoa contains natural compounds that can support blood flow. Better blood flow means better delivery of oxygen and nutrients to muscles. When muscles get what they need, they can perform better and recover better. Cocoa is also linked with heart support in many nutrition discussions, which matters because the heart and muscles work as a team every day of your life. Cocoa can also make the drink feel like a treat. For many older adults, adding cocoa helps them stick with the routine because it feels enjoyable. Enjoyment is not a small thing. It is what makes habits last. If your routine tastes good, you will do it. If it tastes like medicine, you will eventually stop. A little cocoa can make your muscle-supporting coffee feel like something you look forward to each morning. The 6th addition is coconut oil, or MCT oil. These fats are often used for steady energy. Some people describe it as cleaner energy with less of the crash that can follow sugary breakfasts. MCT oil is known for producing ketones, which can be used by the brain and muscles as fuel. For older adults who feel that mid-morning slump, this can be helpful. It can also support feeling satisfied, which may reduce constant snacking. You do need to start small with this. Too much coconut oil or MCT oil can upset the stomach, especially if your body is not used to it. Begin with a small amount and see how you feel. The purpose here is not to overload your coffee with fat. The purpose is to add a steady energy source that can help reduce fatigue, support mental clarity, and keep you going through the morning without feeling drained. The fifth addition is milk or a high-protein creamer. This is about protein and minerals. Muscle repair requires protein, and bones love calcium. Many older adults do not eat enough protein, especially at breakfast. They might have toast or cereal and coffee, then wonder why they feel weak. Milk or a high-protein creamer can help raise protein intake in a simple way, and the calcium supports bone strength, which matters for stability and confidence. If you are sensitive to dairy, there are options like lactose-free milk or higher protein alternatives that fit your needs. The main idea is that muscles do not rebuild from wishes, they rebuild from materials. Protein is the material. Your coffee can become a delivery system for that material without you needing to cook a full breakfast when you are not hungry yet or when mornings feel rushed. The fourth addition is collagen powder. Collagen is not the main builder of muscle, but it supports the structure that allows you to move well. Think about joints, tendons, and ligaments. If those tissues feel stiff and sore, you might move less. When you move less, muscles shrink faster. Collagen can support comfort in movement. Some people notice less stiffness and less pain over time, which makes it easier to keep walking and doing light activity. Collagen also mixes well into coffee when you blend it. It can make the drink feel smoother. For older adults who have nagging aches, the ability to move with less discomfort can be a major victory. You are not trying to turn your body into a machine. You are trying to make movement feel possible again. Collagen supports that goal by helping the connective tissues that hold your body together. The third addition is whey protein, and this is a key ingredient for rebuilding strength. Whey protein is rich in essential amino acids, and those amino acids are what your muscles need to repair and grow. Whey is especially known for stimulating muscle protein synthesis, which is the process your body uses to build muscle tissue. As we age, we often need a stronger protein signal to get the same muscle-building response we had when we were younger. This does not mean you need to become a bodybuilder. It means your muscles need a clear message that the building materials have arrived. Whey protein can send that message. When added to coffee properly, especially when blended, it becomes a creamy drink that feels like a breakfast. It can help you start the day with strength support rather than starting the day with empty calories that lead to weakness later. The second addition is turmeric with black pepper. Turmeric is often used for its anti-inflammatory properties. Many older adults live with chronic inflammation, even if they do not call it that. They just feel stiff, they feel sore, they feel slow to recover after activity. Turmeric can support a calmer inflammation level in the body, which may help with mobility and recovery. The black pepper matters because it can dramatically increase turmeric absorption. Without black pepper, turmeric is often poorly absorbed. That means you could be taking it and not getting much benefit. With black pepper, the body can use more of it. When you combine turmeric and pepper into your coffee routine, you create a daily anti-inflammatory habit that feels simple. And when inflammation is lower, movement often feels easier. When movement feels easier, strength can return. Now we reach the first part of the list, which might surprise you. The number one addition is actually the black coffee itself. Coffee is rich in antioxidants. It can support performance and metabolism. Many people feel that coffee helps them move, think, and start their day. Used wisely, coffee can be a useful tool. It is not a cure-all, and it is not right for everyone, but it can support energy and focus, and it can make the whole routine enjoyable. Coffee also has a natural ability to make effort feel a bit easier. Some people find they walk better after coffee. They feel more motivated. They feel more alert. That matters because motivation drives action, and action drives strength. Coffee can also support the liver and the brain in ways that are often discussed in health research. Again, the goal is not to overdo caffeine. The goal is to use what you already enjoy in a smarter way. So how do you actually use this formula without making it stressful? You start with a simple base: coffee, whey protein, collagen, turmeric and black pepper. That is the foundation. If you can do that consistently, you are already giving your muscles and joints support. Then you slowly add the other ingredients over time. You add cinnamon, you add cocoa, you try coconut or MCT oil in a small amount. You add milk or a higher protein creamer if it fits your needs and taste. Blending is important because it makes the drink smooth. If you just stir powders into hot coffee, you might get clumps. That can feel unpleasant, especially if you have dental issues or a sensitive stomach. A small blender or milk frother can help. The drink becomes creamy and easier to enjoy. It can feel like a comforting morning shake, and when it tastes good, it becomes something you do without needing willpower. This coffee routine works best when it is combined with light exercise and consistent habits. Light exercise does not mean exhausting yourself. It can be walking. It can be gentle strength movements with a chair or a countertop for support. It can be simple leg lifts, slow squats to a chair, or short balance practice while holding onto something sturdy. Your muscles respond to the combination of nutrition and use. Feed them, then use them gently, and they begin to wake up again. Margaret did not become a different person overnight. She became herself again, little by little. She told me she felt proud when she noticed the changes. She stopped thinking of her body as broken. She began to trust it again. She started saying yes to invitations. She planned small trips. She went back to her garden and felt like she belonged there. She did not just regain muscle, she regained confidence, and that confidence changed her choices. What I want you to take from this is simple. Your body is listening to what you do each day. It responds to daily signals. If the daily signal is inactivity and low protein, the body adapts by shrinking muscle. If the daily signal is nourishment and gentle movement, the body adapts by rebuilding. The body does not care about your age as much as it cares about the signals it receives. You can send better signals starting tomorrow morning. If you are over 60, you do not need more complicated rules. You need small habits that are easy to repeat. You need routines that fit real life. You need something you can do even on tired days. That is why this coffee strategy can be so powerful. It is not a separate program. It is not another bottle in your cabinet that you forget to take. It is part of your morning where habits are strongest. Margaret's story is not rare. It is simply not often talked about. Many people quietly lose strength and think it is normal. Then they begin to shrink their life to match their shrinking strength. But it does not have to go that way. Small daily changes can have big results over months. Not in a dramatic, unrealistic way. In a calm, steady way that feels like getting your life back one good morning at a time. So tomorrow, when you stand in your kitchen and reach for that coffee, pause for a moment. Think of it as more than a drink. Think of it as a daily chance to support your muscles, your joints, your balance, and your future. Start simple. Keep it steady. Let your body respond, because it will respond when you give it the right support. And the best time to begin protecting your independence is before you feel like you are losing it. Your morning coffee can become your morning promise, a promise that you are still building strength, a promise that you are still capable of improvement, a promise that aging does not mean surrender. It means adjustment, wisdom, and smarter choices. And sometimes the smartest choice is the easiest one. You already drink the coffee. Now you just give it a purpose.